In today's video, things you missed in Yu-Gi-Oh! The Battle City Finals, and that is coming up. What's up there and welcome to a brand new video on 414 YGO. In today's video, things you missed in Yu-Gi-Oh! The Battle City Finals. Man, oh man, the Battle City Finals. Hey, if you're new here, why not join the 414 community by hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out. So we're back. I'm back from Tokyo, which means I'm bringing back the things you missed. And we're kicking off nicely with the Battle City Finals, sorry, I should say. This will be covering episodes 122 all the way through to 134. So we'll see the four-way duel, we'll see Marek versus Joey, and then finally that 6-episode thriller, Yugi versus Kaiba. Awesome sauce. But with that being said, let's get straight into the things you missed. So kicking off with episode 122, this was of course that awesome four-way duel. I like that with like the elevators that were going up and down to having like live points and whatnot. Really kind of cool. I think I'd love to give that a go. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. But episode 122 and 123, nothing out of the ordinary happens here. Boo, sad face. But when we move on to 124, we do get some changes or some mistakes and whatnot. Though be it only one. But near the beginning, after Yami Marek summons Dark Geroid, the next close-up of Yugi shows his chair next to the number 2000 instead of the 3000, which his true life points actually were. Episode 125, this marks the first semi-final duel, so we've got Marek versus Joey. Episode 125, nothing happens. However, in episode 126, Foolish Burial is seen with its Japanese artwork, which was kind of cool. Also, there was a shot of Marek about to set a card. This was re-added after he sets it, which was kind of strange. Also, Marek states that he has destroyed so many of Joey's monsters he can't remember what the first one was. You know, a bit of banter or goating, so it be. The funny thing here is that at this point when he'd said this, he'd only destroyed 2 monsters, that being Alligator's Sword and Little Wingard. So Marek's mind games just like blow me away. Anyway, a bit of trivia on this. Up until this episode, Little Wingard was actually called Tiny Guardian. It was thus called Little Wingard after this, which I thought was quite interesting. But moving on to episode 127, 128, nothing happens here for the remainder of the Marek and Joey duel. Obviously we have that episode where it was like, oh man, Gearfried, Joey, just attack brah, and you're like the hero of like the world, I guess. You know, there was like, I remember in Battle City it was all like Yugi like, oh, my destiny is to defeat Marek and stuff like that. Could you imagine if Joey had done it and Yugi would have been like, ah, so what's like my destiny? Also, Joey would have had the Winged Dragon of Ra. That would have been strange. Let me know what you think of that in the comment section below. Moving on to episode 129. This is the start of the 6-episode thriller, the big Colosseum duel between Yugi and Kaiba. So much epicness, so much awesomeness, and of course, it would be wrong for me not to mention the abridged moments that we get in this episode as well, because quite famous. As nothing happens in episode 129 nor 130. Enjoy.
Now I sacrifice my XYZ Dragon Cannon to summon my God card, Obelisk the Torment.
Go, Light Force Sword!
What? Did you just throw a sword through my f***ing card?
Looks like you should have adopted a new strategy, Kaiba. Eh?
Did you just...
Losing that card must have felt like abandoning your own child. But of course you must know how that feels. Eh?
Stop that.
You know, I often get told that I'm a better duelist than you. Eh?
Say that I'm adopted one more time. See what happens.
You're right, I shouldn't make fun of you. After all, your daddy must be very proud of you.
Don't you even...
Whoever that is.
That does it! I activate this card!
Well, I activate this card!
Then I activate this card!
And I activate this card!
Activate this card!
I activate this!
Well, I activate this!
And I activate your mama!
Then I activate... What?
You heard me, Kaiba. Your mama. I activated her. Yes, you can stop searching, Kaiba. After all these years, it turns out I'm your daddy.
That does it, Moto. You've stalled for too long. Now allow me to be the first one to introduce you to my very own Egyptian god.
Too late, I'm summoning mine.
What? No! That's not fair! You can't possibly be about to summon your god card before mine!
Bitch, I might be.
And we're back with episode 131. There's quite a lot of stuff going down in this one. So, when Kaiba activates Card Guard, he says that he discards 2 cards from his hand so that he can protect both of his monsters. Though, as he's saying this, he was seen holding 1 card in his hand. Had he discarded 2 cards, his hand would have been empty. So, love those mistakes. Also, when Yugi discards the last card in his hand when he activates Spell Textbook and Slifer's attack drops to 0, Kaiba says, now that Slifer's attack points are 0, you'll lose the duel. Since Yugi had 3,000 life points and Obelisk had 4,000 attack points, of course this attack would have wiped out Yugi's life points regardless of him discarding that card. Prior to Yugi activating Pot of Greed, what does it do? Kaiba states that Yugi's turn has ended when it clearly hadn't. It was Kaiba's turn that just ended, which restored Obelisk's attack, so Kaiba's just a bit eager to get in on Yugi there. Also, the animation of the dub has Kaiba's second face down card along Life Shaver as power balance instead of what it should have been, which was Commander Silencer. Awesome cards, we need these printed. So cool. Also, obviously, in this episode where Yugi uses Kuribo to protect himself from Obelisk's damage, was referenced in episode 19 of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. This was when Dimitri, that kid that stole Yugi's deck, he obviously used Kuribo's effect as well and starts mentioning, like, Dimitri's own memories of Battle City, and following this, Kuribo kind of mirrors this emerging from the duel disc the same way it does here in Battle City. So it was quite cool to see a little nod to this duel in GX, which is always awesome to see. Episode 132, after Kaiba set cloning, his hand is shown to have 5 cards, though at turn 16, when Kaiba starts, he is shown to have 5 cards when he is supposed to have 6. So, just disappearing cards, which is always good to see in these little episodes. Finally, in this episode, the card Obelisk the Tormentor is vertically placed on Kaiba's duel disc, showing it to be in attack position, like we all know, while it was actually in defense position in the duel. I know. Episode 133, so this is still the Yugi versus Kaiba Mega Coliseum duel. However, there was this weird kind of like duel that Joey had. He had this dream while he was like unconscious against this kid, and they were playing like Duelist Kingdom rules, 2,000 life points each, no attacking directly. On the card Sword and Shield, the text attack and defense shouldn't appear on the card at all. Also, when Joey's opponent shows his Lesser Dragon card, it's a level 5 or higher monster when it was actually a level 4 monster. Kinda cool. Final episode then, so we're on to episode 134. This is the final Yugi versus Kaiba duel and the awesome Dark Paladin moment. Love this moment. So there's quite a lot going on in this one. So when the camera is closing in on Yugi after final attack orders is activated, his Dark Magician has disappeared. After Kaiba summons Blue Eye's Ultimate Dragon, Blue Eye's White Dragon is seen on his duel disc instead. The same error is shown again after Yugi activates Defusion before Blue Eye's Ultimate Dragon leaves the field. After Yugi defeats Kaiba, Yugi's duel disc is shown to have no cards on the field. However, in the next episode, when talking to Kaiba about his Red Eyes Black Dragon, his Red Eyes and Dark Paladin is shown to still be on the duel disc. So a little snippet of what's to come next time. Also, I found this really kind of cool stat. Someone obviously went to a lot of time to put this through, so I thought I'd share it. It's a bit of trivia about Yugi and his deck. So I'll just read what's put here. Yugi is shown removing his 3 cards from final attack orders from a fairly complete deck. Obviously, this is late on in the duel. However, over the course of the duel, his deck should be mostly depleted. This is stating, this is if we're assuming Yugi is playing a 40 card deck here. Obviously, if he's playing like 50, 60, then, to compensate for drawing and whatnot, then this is nothing. But I'm assuming that he'd be around about the 40, 45 mark. So the guy's gone to, like, everything here. So, obviously, he starts by drawing 5 cards, and he has 12 turns. So that's another 12 cards on top of the 5. He had a Change of Heart through Spell Sanctuary, which is another one. He then loses Slifer the Sky Dragon through Lullaby of Obedience, which is another. He summoned King's Knight from the deck via Soul Rope, and summoned Jack's Knight from the deck. which is another one. He drew 2 cards from Pot of Greed and drawn 3 cards from Card Destruction, and drew a further 6 cards from Card of Sanctity. So if you add all those up, it means that Yugi would have gone through 29 cards of his deck at the point that he was removing the 3 cards from Final Attack orders. So his deck should have been quite minimal, but as we can see, it's quite thick. Interesting. I like that somebody went to all that time to go for that, so I thought I'd showcase it as well. Awesome sauce. But thanks for watching. This was my video, Things You Missed in Yu-Gi-Oh! The Battle City Finals. I hope you enjoyed this video. Of course, if you'd like to see more Things You Missed, Yu-Gi-Oh! Fact videos, character deck, duels, profiles and more, then hit the subscribe button right now. Of course, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to smash the like button, share this video with a friend, or leave me a comment in the section below. Let me know, what did you think of that awesome Yugi Kaiba duel? Did you maybe prefer the thought of maybe Joey owning the Winged Dragon of Ra? I don't know. Let's get commenting, and I always enjoy reading that, which is awesome. But I'm rambling. Enough from me. I will see you in the next video. Take care.